Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm doing a video today on doing makeup for women with mature skin. And I'm 52, so anybody over 50. I'm not sure how good this is going to turn out. It's my first time ever doing a video like this, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you want me to do more, just hit like down there, let me know, and I'll do plenty more for you. What I start with is my primer, and I'm just going to pause this for a minute while I get out the makeup. Okay, so what I use is e.l.f. primer, and it's in a pot like this, and I use a sponge to apply it, and I just apply it everywhere. It's the best primer I found for mature skin. It covers everything. It makes your foundation go on smooth. I use it on my eyes too, because for any eyeshadows, or even if you don't use eyeshadow, it keeps your makeup from creasing on your eyes. And it's not expensive at all. I think it cost me like $3 for this pot, maybe. And I can get the sponges for $1 at the Dollar Tree. So not only is this for mature skin, it's also how to do your makeup cheap and easy. So that's all you do for that. And then I'll apply my foundation, which right now I'm using Maybelline Dream Matte. Here's what it looks like. I use other foundations at other times, which if I make other videos, I'll show you some of those other foundations, such as Rewind, Elizabeth Arden, Photora, some other ones. But my favorite is this Maybelline Dream Whip right now. I'm using what's called Sand Beige, and just start with my chin, work my way around. It does really good at covering up wrinkles, age spots, and I have these scars from my mastocytosis, and it does really well at covering them up too. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez explains who the group is. Okay, I'm finishing up now on my forehead. See how it kind of covers those wrinkles up really good? It is this theory that Democrats I just brush my eyebrows upward. And that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all go back over, just make sure everything's blended well, and that's the end of that. From there, I go to my contour. I use Gigi contour, and it's in Bronze Duo, Turn It, and Extra. It's got a dark and a light. I use this side, the dark side. The day before, she tweeted, "Nothing will stop us. I can try and try and try, but the storm is here." I have Lane's brushes that I use, and this is the brush that I use for the contour. You can see how it's shaped. I just take one swipe down the dark, suck in, and where the indent is, I go up to where my ear is and up around a little. I do that on both sides, usually 2 times each side. Just realized I had the wrong side of my mirror on. That makes a difference. That makes it better. Actually scored a brief ratings win over Fox News. And while some of those who violently stormed the Capitol were extremists, some of the peaceful protesters in Washington on Wednesday still believed similar stories. Then I notch out the top here. An analysis of online activity lists QAnon as one of the many far-right. I bring it down to meet here. At the Capitol for weeks. Accounts linked to the group told followers. Before I go any further, I take a lighter concealer I got a shadow going on, which, see if I can get rid of that shadow.
We had a wonderful, wonderful gathering.
Maybe that'll be a little better. Sun decided to come through and cause a little bit of a shadow. I hope we can work with this. Take the lighter concealer. This is NYX. And I run it right down the middle of my nose. Straight line. Down to the tip. And massage that in so you can't really see it. And then up into the forehead. Add a little bit more to the forehead. Put a little right here under the nose.
And everything in between.
And under the lip. Under the bottom lip. I got foundation all over my lips. There, that's better. Okay, so then back to the contour. Take the tip of the brush and just barely touch the contour and run it down the side of your nose. Same thing on the other side. Makes this a little bit of a notch, makes your nose look a little thinner. Go to your chin. And then under.
For little to no additional costs.
You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or
this helps to get rid of that under your neck look a little.
Call now to see if you're eligible. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Just call 800-896.
One more time with the contour. Start under your ear and go all the way down to your chin. Same on the other side. Under your ear. Down to the chin, and that sculpts your face. Makes it look uplifted. Now my blush. I like to use a Kabuki. This is by Lane's. Kabuki brush for my blush. And I'm using Ciate Marbled Light in Dusk. That's what it looks like. The way I like to do my blush is I start with a couple dots that go around my eye. Then I go down and blend it all into my contour. So, start like that. Go down here and blush it all into the contour.
This was a standoff that ended moments ago right there in the middle
and up around the eye, into the forehead.
They were trying to stop this driver. There was a chase for a while. He got on the highway.
Same with this side.
He eventually went to the side of the road and about a dozen
dots around the eye. Come down here.
The car. I can't control this camera, by the way. I wish I could. But
if you see that mark right there on my face, that's from being on a cell phone, believe it or not. It leaves an indent on my face every time, and I can't figure out how to make it stop. It's always there. Keep blushing this in until you get it to where you'd like it. Then take a little more blush, put it on your face where the sun would hit it, down your nose, onto your cheek, or your chin.
Stacey, thank you. It is now time to take a look at crime happening in the streets of Southwest Florida.
Yeah, you can help track down these 4 accused criminals behind.
Take that lighter concealer again. Take a little bit of it, put it in the corner of your eye. See that? And bring it down onto the line, where your eye line is.
We're starting off our list with a woman accused of defrauding her former employer more than 90
You'll meet the blush
over the course of just a few months.
And smooth out that line on your eye, the underneath bag. Same thing on this side. Only to that line, not under your eyes, not below it. Just on that line, and it's patted in.
An internal investigation showed that on 92 different occasions,
and mine's worse on this side, my line, than this side. I don't know why, just it turned out that way. It's weird, and I don't understand it at all.
When there weren't even any
I guess I'm
customers
glad I have one that's not so bad.
Del Toro is also accused of
But you
driving
just
drunk
pat
in
it
Fort
into it.
Myers,
It's a
nearly
little
plowing into a
highlighted.
pedestrian while more than twice
Next
the
would
legal
be,
limit.
I'm still
Today, she's
gonna
been booked a dozen times on charges of fraud, aggravated battery, trespassing, and being a deadbeat mom.
foundation on my
She is
lips, no
fined
matter what I
485
do.
pounds with several tattoos,
Next would be
including
the
Lots of
eyeliner.
Drugs scripted on her shoulder, My Story Isn't Over on her right foot, Mickey Mouse
I have
on
a
her left
liquid
leg, and two
purple eyeliner by Almay. They don't make this anymore. It was actually made for brown eyes. Now you can order online for like $20. Before it was like $6. And I hope I have enough to go over. My other video ended because a phone call came through. So where I was I was making a video for women over 50, and I already did my primer, my foundation, which was e.l.f. primer, and 3 Matte by Maybelline foundation, Contour by Gigi, blush by Ciate, and now I was starting my eyes. And I'm going to use Almay purple eyeliner, which they don't make anymore, unfortunately. So I hope this is enough to go around my eyes. But this is what I'm going to use because I have brown eyes. You might want a different color for blue eyes, or green eyes, or...
NBC2 is learning more about one of the 5 people who died during the riots at the U.S. Capitol. 34-year-old Roseanne Boylan from Georgia died from apparent medical emergencies. An incident report said Boylan collapsed when first responders arrived at the Capitol.
There's one.
Capitol Police performing CPR. We heard from her
If I
family.
can get you to see it, because I'm looking down, so it's kind of odd. Then we'll do the other eye.
We hope that Roseanne was not among the crowd. Tragically, she was there and it cost her life. We have little information at this time, and we are waiting with the rest of the world to uncover the specifics. It's my own personal belief that the president's words incited a riot that killed 4 of his biggest fans last night, and I believe that we should invoke the 25th Amendment at this time.
2 others also died from medical emergencies during the siege.
And there's the other one. Now I use black eyeliner to go over the top and only to the corner.
Police leadership is getting a change.
Tom Costello is on Capitol Hill right now, where police have added security measures.
This is Anastasia black eyeliner. I kind of don't like this. I don't know if it's the applicator or the eyeliner itself, but it's kind of, it's skippy when you put it on. And you gotta go back and like make sure that everything's filled in correctly. But here's how I do it. I start in the middle, work it to the end, then I start in the intersection.
In this melee. His name is Brian Sicknick, a 13-year veteran of the police department.
And go around. See how it's got that little skip right there? I gotta go back and make sure that's correct.
And whether the department, the leadership had adequately planned and prepared for an event that was well telegraphed in advance. It was no secret that this was going to happen. But now the Sergeant of Arms in the House, the Sergeant of Arms in the Senate, as well as the Capitol Police Chief have all submitted.
Okay, now I'm going to do the other eye, same way.
The next few weeks, and as you can see behind me, 9-foot fencing is now up around the Capitol building into the inauguration, likely beyond the inauguration, with concern that this may not be the end of the rioting that we've seen here on Capitol Hill. I'm Tom Costello, back to you.
And the world is watching the United States as we recover from those riots. Keir Simmons joins
Go
us
to the bottom eye.
with what world leaders are doing.
Meet that little corner.
We took the building. They couldn't stop us.
Only go halfway. Make the corner. Only go to the center. And that's where I am so far. Now, I was debating on doing eyeshadow or not, but I don't think I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. And this is Revlon 24-hour color stay in medium brown.
Condemns extremists in Washington.
Show you what it looks
But
like.
what words did they use to describe the violent protests in Hong Kong? They said it was
This is
a
it.
beautiful sight.
And what I do is I start with
A close ally of President Trump,
the top,
leveraging Trump's unproven
draw a
claims
line
of
over
election
to the
fraud.
arch, and then go down.
The same could happen
Same thing at the bottom. Draw up
But many
to
of
the
President
arch,
Trump's global friends
draw
now
down.
openly criticizing him.
Then I start coloring it all in.
He encouraged people to storm the Capitol, and insofar as the president consistently has cast doubt on the outcome of a free and fair election, I believe that was completely wrong.
America has always been.
The British ambassador to Washington speaking exclusively to NBC News. Headlines around the world.
Okay, that's one before it's
American democracy.
I think it's
brushed or
also
anything like
by
that.
American democracy. And I don't
Gotta make
think it
sure
changes
everything's
the
filled in real
fundamentals.
good.
America's a very strong society.
But no doubt, these images have dealt a blow to America's global
Now that's
position.
before it's brushed or anything. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one.
Pancreatic cancer.
Okay,
It's just so heartbreaking.
there's both of them
Beverly
drawn
Jennings
on,
Jennings will take
and then
over
I
as the
take
guest host,
the
and we
end
can also
and
confirm
brush
she's
them to
current.
make them
We'll
look
also
more
have some later
natural.
on. The show hasn't announced if she is auditioning for a permanent role or just joining for a few days. Boeing will pay $2.5 billion to settle an investigation into the 737 MAX jet. The aerospace company admits to concealing information about the plane's safety. It was involved in 2 deadly crashes.
That's
back in
after it's
2018
brushed.
and 2019.
Now this side
American
too.
Airlines is now flying the jets again.
The United States
Especially
is
when I
coming
make
up
it
the
look
third day
thinner
of the
in the
pandemic. Take a
front.
look at your screen. There were more than 4,000 COVID-related deaths on Thursday, along with 268,000 new cases. Those are both all-time highs for the second day in a row.
All right, we just got our hands on the nationwide jobs report from December. It shows a loss of jobs for the first time since April. Next, investigators weigh in on why that is.
And as you're headed out for lunch in the lunch hour, temperatures stay cool. We're only topping out in the low 70s today with a mix of sunshine and clouds. We are going to stay dry. Better to have lunch inside today, though, with the winds picking up. We'll talk about that. And if
There's
we see
that.
warmer temperatures on the way in your full forecast after the break.
I think they look okay.
This segment is sponsored by
Next thing I do
award-winning Bayshore Memory Care of Naples. The care
is I
begins when
use,
you call.
this is by NYX also, and it's bright colors in nude for inside your eyes to brighten up the color inside.
I just couldn't believe that putting these art supports in.
Use it on your waterline there.
Now he comes home happy, he's smiling.
I could do my job and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be.
I hope you can see how that worked. Do the other eye.
When we come to work in the morning, we don't think about all the money we won against big tobacco, big pharma, or the insurance industry. That's in the past. Life
And there's
is
that
hard,
one.
And so do we. It's been said, to live in the past is to die in the present. What really matters is what we can do for you and your family right now.
I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it in the corners as well.
Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good.
Since I'm not doing eyeshadow,
To add more luxury to your life in the new year.
brighten up the corners of my eyes too.
Plus a nationwide low price guarantee on all the
Like
famous
that.
brands you love, like Natuzzi Editions, Palliser, and more. Florida Leather Gallery, home of the famous stressless chair.
If you ever need
Okay, since I'm not doing eyeshadow, I'm going to take this by, I can't read it, it's too short, but this is what I'm taking. It's in another nude color, almost white. I'm going to put it under each eyebrow.
Purchase or no interest for 60 months, both with free delivery. Save store-wide.
Clean up and highlight the eyebrow.
Purchase from family rooms to bedrooms. Visit any one of our 18 showrooms across Florida or shop KingsFurniture.com. Get free no-contact delivery.
Okay, then gently and carefully rub it in.
King's Furniture.
The Home and Garden Show is coming to Fort Myers this weekend at the all-new Calusa Sound Convention Center, formerly the Harborside, in downtown Fort Myers. Saturday and Sunday,
Okay, that way it opens your eyes up.
Home improvement products and services. The latest from floor to roof and patio to pool. And get free advice from home and garden professionals.
Okay, before I do my mascara, I'm going to do my lipstick.
All new Calusa Sound Convention Center.
I use I need to sharpen this first.
Weekend. See live weather conditions anytime, anywhere, with the area's largest network of live weather cameras. The NBC2 View Network, sponsored by Cape Coral Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
A rosy red eyeliner, or I'm sorry, duh, lip liner. This is from Elizabeth Arden. And the way I do it, I used to do it where I went from line to line. I'm going to try something new that I watched last night. Let me get my foundation off again.
January of last year. Economists expect the first quarter in 2021 to show either little or
Learned this last night, and it's supposed to make your lips look bigger without making them look goofy. Where you go on the inside and line, and then you hide the corners that make you look frown or sad, which I had that problem. So you conceal those, and you stop before the sad part, and you put the lines there, and then fill them in, and it's supposed to have make you have happy lips, which is what we want. So,
those morning temperatures back down to the 40s right now, though. A nice shot here as we look to the south in the lunchtime hour. Again, the wind's starting to pick up.
As far as concealer goes, I'm going to use foundation to hide those corners.
The major airports in the area from Naples to Fort Myers. Mid-60s, though, still in Lehigh and Cape Coral. We're not going to get
okay, got a little brush here.
as we go through the afternoon. Sustained winds, though, really
I'm using the
starting to pick up now.
foundation.
Average around 15 miles per hour. Cape Coral, you're getting close to a sustained 20 mile per hour wind, and you bet at the beaches that wind is even stronger. We could see gusts today in excess of 25 and 30 miles per hour. All of this coming in behind a cold front that went through. You can see a lot of cold air here for the rest of the country. We're still enjoying some mild temperatures here, but even into the weekend, like I mentioned, we are going to see those numbers drop into the mid and upper 60s for highs. Normally this time of year, we should be in the mid 70s. And this is actually the coldest normal high temperature that we see all year long. So we are technically in our coldest part of the year. But we're not even going to make it to these mid 70s here for much of the upcoming week. Here's a look at the forecast. So overall, it's a cool start to the year. Mid 60s.
Hope this turns out. Never done anything like this, so
by Monday and Tuesday. But that comes ahead of our
little scared. I don't want to look like those people on Hunger Games where the lips were all like, mwah. Don't want that. Alright, so here I go. I'm going to try this.
As we go at least into the start of the next week. And as we look even farther down the road, using the Climate Prediction Center's temperature outlook, all the way through the middle of the month, you can see we're in the blue shading here, which indicates probabilities of seeing below normal temperatures. And again, all the way through January 17th, and the outlook that goes beyond that keeps us in this cool pattern. So definitely a cool month coming up for us here. Now, again, we did just have a cold front go through. That brought us the shower chances that we saw last night. Behind it, though, we've got clearing conditions. So as we take you through the rest of the day, we'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds with gusty winds. Through the overnight, the clouds hang on. Saturday will start off cloudy, especially at the coast. I think out by the lake region, though, you'll see more sunshine, but that will eventually take over here through the afternoon, and we will hang on to those sunny conditions as we
seems a little strange, but
overall a pretty nice weekend coming up. But again, it will be on the cooler side. Gusty winds, sun and clouds for today, 72. Here's a look at the NBC2 First Alert 10-day forecast. That cool stretch continues through next week. The warmest days will be Monday and Tuesday in the mid-70s. That shower chance comes in Tuesday, ushering in cooler weather for the middle of next week.
All new today at 3.
Again, this was a very bold, violent act.
A teenager nearly abducted while walking
Okay.
home from school. Ahead at 3, we're investigating what the suspect did so your kids don't become...
then I'm using Styla.
She tried tackling a black teenager.
See what color this is. Styla
And her arrest is just as crazy. We'll break it down at 3.
Patina Shimmer. I tried this yesterday. I really liked it, so I'm going to use it again today.
Experts think that we could reach the peak in this post-holiday surge. Time right now is 12:50. It's time to send you to the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And today, Mr. Food has dessert on the menu. He's showing us a lighter version of tiramisu.
All this week, we've been looking at ways to eat better. One of the biggest challenges that many of us face is how to satisfy our sweet tooth while staying on track. If you're like me,
So are they
trying to totally cut sweets
happy
out of
lips
your
now?
diet, you'll probably end up cheating after a short while. A better option, use moderation and cut back on sugar.
I think I
and fat
still
as
see
much
it
as
downward.
possible. Let me show you a to die for version of tiramisu that does just that.
Maybe a little better, but
Bottom of an 8-inch square baking dish
they
with
still look like
lady
sad
fingers
lips to
and
me.
drizzle
Unless I
them
go
with
like
some
this.
strong black coffee. On top of that goes
Maybe I
a
didn't put enough
sugar-free
concealer.
instant pudding mixed with some fat-free cream cheese and a little bit
Maybe I
of
didn't get
coffee.
far enough in. Lipstick on the
More
teeth.
lady fingers go on top, and we finish it with
And
some
last but
fat-free
not
topping
least, mascara.
and a dusting of cocoa powder. A few hours in the fridge and done. This recipe is actually from our friends at everydaydiabeticrecipes.com. Yes, it still is decades
Hey, this is
tradition of tiramisu. Yet it
Thrive
has
Mascara
83 calories per piece,
Liquid Lash
less than 1 gram
Extensions.
of saturated fat.
Haven't
To
used
get
this in a while, but I'm going to
recipe,
try
as
it
well as
today.
lots of other lighter ones, all you have to do is go to our
From what I
website
remember,
and
it was
type in
really good.
lighter tiramisu.
So, let's start with my bright eye.
Where today we found a skinnier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
This news segment is brought to you by the injury law experts at Farah & Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979.
You've probably seen trash in our waterways.
The bottle was covered with mud and didn't smell very good.
But have
So
you
far,
seen
so good.
trash turned into treasure? Tonight at
Left
6 on
eye?
NBC2.
NBC2 and City Mattress have a clue for you. The memory foam used in mattresses was first developed by this government agency.
Got
to protect
mascara
the
on my
Stay
cheek.
tuned for the correct response.
Take sleep comfort to the next level with a new adjustable bed from City Mattress. Compatible with your existing furniture. Experience a more comfortable way to sleep. Only at City Mattress.
The correct response.
Okay, want to do a second coat on the right eye?
Weeknights at 7:30 on NBC2.
So how are you feeling?
With Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect,
Making sure I'm getting out there on those ends to
home from your computer, smartphone, or tablet.
look like I have some extensions going on here. Oh no, there I did it. Got it up there and I have this long piece.
Talk to you soon.
Millennium's telehealth service, MPG Connect.
Gotta love it.
Doctor, your device, your
Now it's hanging off
to a
there.
healthier life.
Gotta love it. I think I got it though. And the left eye, which isn't really taken so well. I always have problems with my left eye.
How are you feeling? Incredibly optimistic that we're at this point.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holmes. What's in Zaxby's new General Tso's sauce?
And there it is.
Legendary chicken, legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings. Only at
You
Zaxby's.
saw the before,
Drive-thru
and
or
here
get
is the
delivery.
after.
Many things have changed in healthcare.
So, like I said, I'm 52, trying to figure out some things for mature skin. If you decide that you do like this one, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do more. But if you see something I could have done better, it's my first time, please let me know. If you think I should just not do this, let me know that too. Alright, thanks a million. This is Kelly. See you later. Bye.
Rule does not